The Chase Harper Collaborative Management Plan is an innovative new plan unlike anything we've really got out there right now. If you look at traditional forestry, it's been very based in Western science, and it's been focused on managing our forests and going out there and looking after harvestable timber and really the economics of cutting down trees and turning them into products that Canada can export. What's unique about this is that typically in the past there hasn't been a pile of First Nations engagement, and what we want to do is we want to actually change that.
In the past, the Ministry of Forestry didn't really consult with First Nations. They just went in, took the timber out, and now with this new management plan, we have the opportunity for the first time in history. We're working with the ministry. It's a great beginning to a new change.
Well, this project is a long-term vision that we've been working on for many years. It started back in around 2018 with a conversation about what would it look like to be stewards of the land and how can we make it happen. So the plan is to bring together all the First Nations values and figure out what does it look like if you're going to manage an area for natural resources based on First Nations values.
So we're taking everything that you would typically see right now in industry or forestry, and we're layering on top of that all these Indigenous traditional cultural practices and knowledge into the plan, so that when a harvesting company like Toko goes out there to go and do a cut block, they're now incorporating all of these non-typical forest resources into the plan. So stuff like traditional resources like medicines and crafting materials and food that we typically don't look at when we look at managing a forest.
The First Nations knowledge is just not something that we were taught in school, and so learning about it out here with these people is just a fantastic opportunity. I get to come out here and interact with these elders from the community and learn so much.
My name's Brian Sy. I'm a registered professional forester in BC, and I'm with BC Timber Sales. The Chase Harper Collaborative Management Plan is a project that we've worked with the Neskonlith Indian Band, Adams Lake Indian Band, and the Skw'lax, as well as Tolko and the Ministry of Forests in BC, to work in a very constrained and contentious area that also had a lot of concerns. So there is a beetle concern as well as wildfire concern. And we really needed to properly manage the area, but also be aware of the sensitivities. And so really joining together and being collaborative this way and really open and honest with what our expectations and our desires are for the area has really just like opened my eyes to, you know, the potential for working together on this proof of concept, especially if you extrapolate this onto other problem areas, especially in Chase Harper with the beetle.
One way that this plan is different than a typical forest stewardship plan is we've actually added onto it through hundreds of hours of engaging elders and knowledge keepers and land users, all of these traditional cultural values that are out there, and we're incorporating them in a way that it's doable to do this on a large scale. It can be as simple as when we go to do a cut block, making sure that there's a ceremony beforehand to be respectful, so that the ceremony happens before any trees are cut down, but also making sure that there's opportunities to glean resources off of some of those materials that might not otherwise be used, such as roots or birch bark for crafting.
I'm Minnie, and I'm from Neskonlith, and I'm an elder. I'm a knowledge worker, living off the land. My aim is to be teaching people how to survive. And I want people to know when we go in the bush what we have and how we can look after it, protect it. And that's what I'd like to see.